Shimla, huh? Mumbai ki barish.
I was actually wondering if people would turn up today. So I kind of told my PR guys that would you like to cancel today since it's raining and people have to swim and come. So let's be considerate and not call them and call this interview off. But they were like, no. They're very confident that people will turn up. So I'm like, very happy to see you guys. So thank you for coming.
Rani, I want to begin with...
I'm just going to keep the mic here.
Bilkul.
Because it's like under my tashrif and not really going well. And in some time it would just kind of warm itself up.
So we don't have to go there.
Rather, yeah. Okay.
So I want to start by asking you about something very exciting. That you are writing a book.
Yeah.
And I think that's... I can't wait to read this. What a journey you've had, more than 2 decades in the movies. You've seen the highs, you've seen the lows. There's probably incredible stories. You've worked with such incredible filmmakers. There's so much inspiration. But my question is, why did you decide this is the right time?
You know, actually, I didn't decide, to be very honest. My team, who dearly loves me, and they always think a lot for me because my team is more ambitious than I am, which is, I think, the way things are today, because they know that they have to manage an artist who is quite content. So it becomes difficult because, you know, as an artist and an artist who is in the field, one has to keep going and have to keep at it. And I was completing 25 years 2 years back. And they thought that a great way to celebrate me or my body of work was through a book. And I was not too sure because I've always kept a low profile as much as I can keep. I've kept my life as private can be in this field. And I didn't know whether I wanted to open up certain areas of my life and talk about certain areas of my life so openly at an age where I think I have a lot more years to go. And the concept of writing a memoir or an autobiography or a book is, you know, when you kind of decide that, okay, I'm going to...
Ho gaya.
Yeah, and I think that's like, it's a long way there now.
Of course.
You see, so I wasn't sure, but I think the whole idea was because I'm not on social media and my fans don't get to see my day-to-day life, so to speak. They don't know what I'm doing, when I'm doing, what's happening, what were really the trials and tribulations that I went through as a woman. Because now in the industry, I've been in my teenage years, I've been in my 20s, I've been in my 30s, and now in my 40s. So I've actually grown up in this industry. And I was a different person when I was in my teenage years. There have been different decisions about doing films when I was in my teenage years. Then things have changed when I moved to my 20s. Then when I moved to my 30s, I thought differently. I had different feelings. Of course, I got married, then I had a baby, and now I'm in my 40s. So, you know, I'm changing as a woman as well. So are my hormones. So, so with each passing decade that I've literally grown with my fans, you know, some of them were in school, then they went to college, then they got married, and now they have kids. So you see, they've grown with me, you see. Yeah. And the women will know, you know, our hormones keep changing and we are not the same people, you see. And I get to know that through my husband also. Not more through my friends. But yeah, it's quite an incredible journey just being a woman, you know, and to top it up to be a working woman in movies, being a working mother. So there was so much that I wanted to, like I have to say. So I think the book was the best way to, because I don't do too many interviews.
Yeah, yeah.
I just come out of my home during, as they all say, that during my film release, because I feel that I have something to talk about through my films. And I've always maintained that for an actor, you need to talk only when you have something to talk about. Yeah. I can't really talk to them about what shoes I'm wearing and, you know, what I'm...
They are very nice shoes.
Yeah, though. They are actually.
Let the record show.
So yeah, that's why I kind of spoke about the shoes, so you could take a cue from there. मेहनत से जूते पहन के आए तो
बिल्कुल
बात तो करनी चाहिए ना.
But Rani,
Yeah.
you spoke about your husband. Now your husband is of course famously private. So private that people say,
No, actually, I'm more private than him. Nobody knows that.
really?
Yeah, he's much more outgoing than me.
Acha?
Yeah, he's just not outgoing with film people,
Huh.
but he's quite outgoing. It's just that I chose right because I wanted to choose a person who's not outgoing. So like I'm happy at home, he's happy at home, we both are happy at home. So it would be like really difficult if I had a husband who would like, hey, let's go partying, and I would be like, really? Kambal mein acha hai na? So I think I chose right in that department.
But Rani,
So he doesn't force me to go anywhere, I don't force him to go anywhere.
Correct.
And we're so happy being at home.
no,
It's
which
not
is
even
great.
funny.
But
Yeah.
he, in all his life, has
Yeah.
never even agreed to do interviews. I mean, I was chasing him in the early 90s,
Yeah.
like literally
So
pre-DDLJ.
you have a bone to pick with him.
I do. But my question.
Not with me, I'm always available for you.
But here's my question: when you're married to
Did we
someone,
do same pinch? We're wearing the same colors.
that when you're married to someone who is so fiercely guarded
Yeah.
his life
Yeah.
and his presence,
Yeah.
when you're
Now
writing a
he's
book,
actually wanting to become more outgoing. I start telling him now, क्या हो रहा है यार? Everybody's recognizing you because of romantics.
exactly, I was
Yeah.
just going to ask.
I'm like, now because of you, I get recognized.
But
So yeah,
has he
become
has he
a
tasted
very
poison?
no,
Is he
it's
like-
become a very big problem because I chose to marry a guy who's completely not known. So I can also like roam around without people recognizing. I just have to keep my mouth shut because they recognize my voice.
Right.
So it's like if I'm walking and somebody just walks past me, they come back. I heard your voice. I'm like, okay. So yeah,
But Rani, how much will he?
I love him.
No.
No.
You can also tell us how much you love him
Yeah, but I'll answer your question. What you wanted to know?
with the book, right?
There's a lot about him though.
So will he allow for that?
Of course, he
Yeah.
has no choice. People need to know I married him now. That there is an existence of
Adi Chopra.
a so and so person. Yeah, thank God for the romantics.
Yeah. Now they know.
Now very soon I'll come out with my wedding pictures also. And the quintessential Sabyasachi bride. First.
Indeed.
Indeed, yeah.
There before anyone else.
Yeah, really, it's crazy. Yeah.
Rani, I want to rewind a little because as I was, like you said, you were in the business when you were a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, I was like, when I was researching the interview, I was looking at, and you've talked about this, but I want to understand. So you're 16 years old, not really keen on an acting career.
No, not at all.
But your mom thinks you should give it a shot.
I think my mom also thinks that I should give it a shot because maybe the situation in the family was somewhere where
Difficult.
she thought that I could be the bread earner or something.
Yeah.
So it was also, I think her decision was also laced with a lot of other factors. It was just not ki, meri beti sundar hai, chalo actor ban jao. I think it was not that. Also because my mom's youngest sister is also an actor. So she just thought that because my aunt has also had a really nice prolific career, there's nothing that is bad or there's nothing that can't happen. But because I wasn't too keen, so she kind of played it really well with me. She's a very smart woman, I must tell you. She kind of told me that, you know what, try this one film, see how it goes if you're interested, and if you don't like it, you can go back to your life. But like today when I'm wiser and I'm older, I do understand what she went through at that point of time. Because it was a little setback in my family, and I know that why my mother was so keen on me becoming an actor. But at that time, she played it quite cool with me, and she was like, try it out. If you don't like it, I think she'd be devastated if I didn't like it, to be very honest. And as we always say that destiny plays a stronger role in these things. So it was destined that I would face the camera. Because for a person who does not know anything about performing or about acting or how it is to be in front of the camera. You know, you need to either have the passion for it, so then you want to learn. But with me, it happened like an arranged marriage, you know. So I got married to the movies and then I fell in love with it.
But Rani,
And yeah, it's done me good, you know. This arranged marriage has really
That's
worked
right.
for me.
That's right.
And I've realized that arranged marriages are not bad.
But at 16, you said you did this screen test where they put glycerine in your eyes, you were wearing clothes
Mamta
that
Kulkarni's
Mamta
clothes
Kulkarni
had worn in some previous
in
film,
some other.
yeah.
And you know, you said that screen test was a disaster, right?
It
How
was a
did you
disaster
process
according
this?
to me and my mom
Huh.
and my brother. They were like petrified seeing the screen test. But somehow I think the producer, you know, had faith in the way I kind of came across on screen. I think the DOP also, the way he shot. I don't know, it's like, you know, there are some faces that are meant for the camera. And there are some people who might be gorgeous looking, but they don't really come out looking great in front of the camera. And sometimes very ordinary looking people like me look nice on camera. So I was lucky.
Okay,
That
now
the camera
she's
loved
fishing,
me.
right? Now she's just fishing. Hannah, ordinary looking and all, we'll just not go there.
Yeah, just like little like cat eyes and nice smile and
You know what I find even more remarkable though,
Yeah.
is that you did the Roshan Taneja classes,
yeah.
right?
In fact, I did it only for a month.
Yeah, so it's not like you did some heavy duty training.
No.
But when you shot, you said it just came.
It just came naturally.
What
I'm
does
telling
that
you, it's
mean?
like magic. It's like magic happened to me. I was on a stage like this where the Muhurat shot, because you know at that time, the
Muhurat
Muhurat
shots
shots
hote
used to
the.
be a
Yes.
thing, you know,
Yeah.
where the industry, friends and families used to, you know, congregate and come together under one roof and wish well for the film. And somebody would do the clap, and somebody would say start sound, and somebody would say action. And I remember wearing this pink outfit in Raja Ke Aage, but I think my fans would remember. My wedding outfit that I wore. My God, I was married for my first film. Crazy. So yeah, so I was wearing
But
that.
it just came.
Yeah, like they said, action, and I performed. And before that, I was struggling in the acting class. I was like, how do people do it, you know, or stuff like that. And I did it, and for the first time in my heart, I felt, yeah, not bad, I did it. Like, you know, when you are like self-doubting yourself, and then for the first time you feel like, no, this is something I think I can do. And that happened to me on that Muhurat day, and then there was no looking back from my side at least. In the sense, I started to enjoy what I was doing. First, I thought it's going to be very tedious for me, but then later on, kind of just, yeah, it just kind of ironed out itself, you know.
So did you, over the years, develop any sort of a process when it comes to acting? Or is it still that type of instinctive acting where they say action and it just comes?
Yeah, it's always instinctive for me.
Really?
Always, till date. I can't prepare for a role. So, you know, when this new age, okay, let me use the right words, be politically correct. Yeah, I have to be, because I shoot my mouth through and then, anyway. That's a bong quality. Can't help it. So yeah, so I think
No, but
when this whole thing started where people started to prep, you know, there were readings, you know, people do readings.
Workshops, yeah.
Workshops, I don't get it.
you don't do that.
I don't get it, because I genuinely believe that I become the character when I wear the costume, when I'm on set, and when I'm in the situation of the set which makes me believe that I'm that character. I can't wear these clothes and start reading and become that character. It's not, this is me, this is Rani. You know, I can't suddenly take the script and start believing that, oh, I'm this character. It's not going to come from within me. But the minute I wear the costume, what I'm meant to be, like for Mrs. Chatterjee, when I become Mrs. Chatterjee on set, that's my house. I am Devika, you know. But I can't be Devika in Bombay.
But when you get there, it's just like a switch that just
It's a
flips.
switch. As soon as the camera is on, First, it used to be easier because there used to be a camera noise. But then through the years, I've learned to switch on even with a silent camera. So it's like the camera has to start, and I know in the back of my mind that the camera has started. And then I think I just transform. That's what my directors say. I just transform.
And can you do the same thing in many takes, or because it's instinctive, like the first few takes are the best?
First.
Yeah? One take artist?
That's what my directors call me. But chalo, I'll say for technical issues and all, 2-3 takes.
Really?
Yeah, I hope people who see this interview also take this in humor, right? Then let's start hashtagging. Arrogant.
No. Tell me this. You just said before ki you're a content actor, right? But Rani, the role that you did, Devika, okay, that's not a easy role to play. Even physically, I mean, emotionally, of course, it wrings your gut out. But even physically, I mean, just that first sequence of her running is a lot. The cop in Mardaani is physically demanding.
Yes.
So these are not roles that are the choices of a content actor. So clearly, you're not that.
No, I'm content as a person. I'm not content as an actor. I'm hungry as an actor. So I want to do roles. I want to challenge myself. And to be very honest, I think my fans have kept me going. Honestly, when I didn't want to be an actor, the way my fans kind of received me, you know, and the encouragement that they gave me through the years, you know, I think that has also pushed me to push boundaries in my own work, you know. I can't be content as an actor because no actor, a true actor can't be content, you know. You have to keep doing stuff that challenges you. Like, I'll be bored if I have to sleepwalk in a film, you know, where something's easy for me. No, I have to do something which I should be nervous going on set, and I should be nervous to believe that, you know, how do I play this part? How do I play this character? And I can't get Rani Mukerji in the part. I have to be this character. So if I'm Devika, I have to be Devika. If I'm Shivani Shivaji Roy, I have to be Shivani Shivaji Roy. You know, I can't be me in my roles. Otherwise, what is the point of me acting out a character?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's not different aspects of Rani. It's a different character that Rani plays. You know? So I like my characters to speak their own language. I like my characters to walk differently. I need them to have a different body language. I need everything about, so when an audience watches me in the theatre, they forget who I am. You know, they are seeing the character because they need to connect with the emotions of the character. They need to connect with the trials and tribulations that that character is going through in the film. You know, they can't suddenly feel that, अरे this is वो कुछ कुछ होता वाली रानी, अभी डांस करने लग जाएगी. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. They can expect that here. I'll be like, that's fine, you know. That can't be in my characters, you see. Like, imagine Devika.
Correct. Yeah.
Kuch kuch hota. Can you imagine? Can't.
Are you critical of yourself? Do you watch your
I'm very
work?
critical of my work.
You watch your work?
That's why I'm always looking at my director for approval.
Yeah.
Yeah, my director has to be happy with my take because I believe that the director is my first audience. You know, because she or he is the first audience who is watching my take and says a yes or no according to what she felt. You know, what I'm feeling, I could be feeling a lot, but maybe I'm not emoting as much. You know, there's so many times where we internalize an emotion so much that as an actor, I'm feeling it a lot. But it's not translating on my face or in what the director wants, you know. So it's important for the director to be happy with what I'm doing. And then I know that, okay, if this person is happy, then I'm sure the audience will also be, you know.
You know, speaking...
And I work only for my audience.
Speaking of Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, Rani, you've done some of the most memorable romances of the 90s, of the 2000s, right? No, starting with
I
that
love
film.
romantic films.
And they were so
Now they'll have to write a
soothing.
mature love story, no?
But
This
they
word
should.
mature is so matured. No?
लेकिन
Only women mature, men don't.
हाँ men don't.
Men just grow old. And women mature, right? Okay, so that makes us feel better.
You know, I was talking to Karan and he was talking about going to shoot the Tum Kya
Song,
Mile for
yeah.
Rocky or Rani.
Yeah.
And he was saying how tough it is to lip sync. Tell me about the art of lip syncing. What is the challenge?
There's no challenge.
Because you guys all did it.
There is no challenge.
फिर इतना
अभी गाना लगा अभी लिप सिंक करती हूँ. So I could be sleeping, the music could be on and I could just start lip syncing in my sleep.
Really? How lovely.
Yeah.
So there's a complete ease for you with all of this.
Yeah, I think actors of my generation or actors before my generation, we were not given choices, we were not spoiled. Karna hi hai bhaiya. We have to we have to support our family, we have to do well. We have no choice but to do well. We have no other option. We have to give it our best, we have to work hard. There was no like, we can get a second chance, you know. Our fans forgave us a lot that time. Now I know why fans are so unforgiving. Because they're like, sab kuch hai to abhi karo na, hard work. That time they knew that we were working so hard, so they forgave us, you know. If we look bad in a film, they didn't really come down upon us so, or they came, but we never got to know because there was no social media. So it was like in their homes, which we never knew. Now it's like, because of social media, it's like right there, in your face.
Do you at all follow what's said on social media?
I have no choice, my team makes me follow.
So
My team tells me.
So meaning you're not on platforms, but you know what's happening.
See, I need to remind people I'm a housewife also. I have a lot of other things that I have to do. I have to raise my daughter, I have to take care of my house, take care of a husband as well. Not that I'm taking care of him, but it's just nice to say that, no? Take care of my mom, take care of myself, which is also a big job in the 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, in the Romantics, you talked about how much Pamji was an influence on Yash.
Yeah.
And how, because of that influence and because of her sort of what she brought to the table, he was able to create such beautiful female characters.
Yes.
You know, the Yash Chopra heroine was just
Quintessential.
iconic.
Yeah,
absolutely.
iconic.
Which makes me wonder how much.
Lot of influence.
हाँ, बताओ
Darling.
कितना है on
अब क्या मैं बताऊँ खुद के मुंह से कैसे बताऊँ मैं वो तो बताने वाला है नहीं
वो नहीं बताएंगे
वो तो
ना
बताता इतना शाय बेचारा
Yeah, so you tell us, not just on him, Rani, but also on Yashraj films.
No. See, for me, as a wife, I think today we come from, we are that couple that there is a mutual respect that we have for each other's work. We also discuss each other's work because we are from the same fraternity. Tomorrow, if he was in another business which I didn't know much about, I don't think I would have been able to contribute. But luckily, we are in the same profession. So yes, there are times where he talks to me about his work. I talk to him about the work that I'm doing. And it's lovely because, you know, Adi genuinely respects my craft and I respect him as a filmmaker, you know. So I think the respect is very important. And that makes it easier for us to be able to talk to each other without any kind of agenda or any ego or any kind of judgments, you know. So I'm okay to tell him that, you know, for example, if there is a casting he's doing which I'm not really 100% very convinced about, and then he tells me that, you know, I cast this person because of so and so reason, and then I understand his point of view, you know. Whereas if there's a film I'm doing where he has some doubt, so I tell him that, you know, maybe in this film, this is the way I would handle it, and he understands it. Because as my partner, he is supposed to tell me what I should and should not do, and the same with me, otherwise we're not real partners to each other. You know, we can't live a fake life where I'm trying to say that you do your thing and I do my thing. That's not what a true partnership is, you know. So like our movies are like our baby. Like the way we think for Dheera, what is the best for her, that's the way I would think for his movie, which is his baby, and he would think about my film, which is my baby equally. You know, so we would want the best for one another, because I enjoy his success as much he enjoys mine. Because at the end of the day, if we have to stay in the same room, we have to be peaceful, we have to be happy with our individual careers, we have to be content with our careers. Only then there can be harmony in our space.
Yeah.
You know, so harmony in a house is important when both individuals are happy in their own spaces. You know, we're not eating into each other's space, but we're also happy for each other. So when his Pathan becomes a big hit, I'm the one celebrating more than him, you know, making a bigger noise, because for me, his victory is as much as it's my victory, you know. So, though I'm not romantic Shah Rukh in that.
Do you ever say that, Rani? Do you ever say, like, I think it's time now, you know, cast?
No. I'm too egoistic as an actor.
Really?
Yeah. I'm very, very content where I am. I would always believe that a director would sign me if he thinks I'm best suited for the part. Because that is what I believe in. Like, because I'm a filmmaker's daughter myself, you know. And today, casting is not as easy as, you know, you can just cast. There are a lot of factors to be looked into, you know. Your saleability, how much is a film going to cost, what actors would best suit that film, because you need to recover a cost. So there are so many criteria, you know. And I'm not delusional, which is the best part about myself. I like to live in reality, and that's the way I like being, because that's the only way a person can be completely happy.
Yeah.
So I know that when there's a right film for me, he would definitely want to cast me, but there are so many times he thinks I'm the right fit, but I don't think I'm the right fit for that. So I say,
You
no.
refuse him?
Of course, many a times. And it's easier to refuse him because he's my husband and he needs to understand. He has to be understanding, no?
So he never gets upset?
Never. He never gets upset with any actor, which is why I think he's a very successful producer, because he's very, very chilled when actors say no to him. Because he understands that an actor will say no to a film only when an actor does not want to do it, and he doesn't want any actor to be part in his film if they're not dying to do that film. Because when you're part of a film, you have to give you 100%. You know, you can't have actors coming to your film doing favors to you.
Yeah.
You know, that's the worst. Because, you know, that's not the way it is. You know,
Yeah.
you need to have actors who are dying to play that part, who are dying to be part of the film, and that's what you want, you know. Like, I wouldn't like to be part of a film where somebody is, you know, more interested in me doing the film than I'm interested in to do that film.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be as much excited, and I want to be more excited than my director. You know, I want to be more excited than the producer, because if the producer is getting lax or whatever, I want to push him. You know, क्या हो रहा है? चलो, झंडा गाड़ने.
Do you make people nervous?
I?
Yeah.